there anything else I hate about King's? No, moving on.
Students have complained before. You knew the issue, so solve it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Victoria Taiwo and I am a student at King's College London. I am in my second year at King's, but I'm going into my second year of medicine next year. So I am a member of the extended medical degree program, and today I am here to give you some of the things that I love about King's and some of the things that I hate about King's. Every uni has their pros and cons, and I just wanted to share some of the things that I like about my uni and the things that kind of make me cringe, because it helps other people make a decision on whether they want to come here. I know that eventually over the next few months people are going to be deciding on what uni they want, and I just wanted to give people some knowledge about this uni and what they, you know, may like or may hate, may feel mediocre about or tolerate. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm gonna start with the hates because I want to end the video on a positive note. I have a couple of things that at King's specifically, they just aren't really hitting the mark. I don't think it's going well for them. I don't think it's going the way it needs to go. First thing I would say, there's a lack of diversity in lecturers. I think that's universal. I think most universities have an issue of representation in those who teach people at uni, and as time goes on and degrees become more diverse, it would be nice to see maybe I have a lecturer that looks a bit like me, and it is something that's nuanced and some people can get past it, but for me, I just think that I learn better when I can be engaged and I relate to the person teaching me. And going off of that, I think that the lecturers themselves, some of them, the explanations are pants. But yeah, I just think some of the lecturers, I don't know whether it's just a King's thing because I don't have much experience of other people's uni lectures, but even the way that things are blocked and timetabled, I just feel like they don't really take into account the student. They just do it whatever way they want, and you know, just feel like they're just winging it. So that's one thing that I definitely don't like. This is my biggest pet peeve about my uni. The biggest is that your whole university is your job. We're paying £9,250 a year, and you can't even answer my emails. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. So the admin generally sketchy. Like, I know that obviously there's a lot of students and people need to communicate things, but I feel as though their communication about things that we need to know, teaching us how to use our platforms like Keats, or even for med students Kaizen, there was no explanation on how to use that, and I was just like, I don't know how to use this platform. The least you could do is explain it to me, because at the end of the day we have to do so much self-teaching anyway, so why is it just these little things cannot be expressed? Timetables or exam results, they take quite a long time to come out, and they don't, you know, they don't say the stuff that needs to be said, and they need to work on that, because
Students have complained before. You knew the issue, so solve it.
Next would be one thing I hated, and obviously we've been in a Picto chat for what, a little bit over a year now, and I believe that the response was pretty mediocre. I know a lot of medical schools across the country canceled exams, but King's was like, you gonna sit this. They crammed a lot of teaching into a small space of time, and just the entire attitude towards the the parallelogram wasn't helping the students. We missed out on dissections, which is the core of anatomy teaching, and we're just supposed to the images of the bones and the muscles and the nerves and everything's supposed to just fly into my head. The fact that a lot of unis did on-campus teaching and ours didn't kind of doesn't sit well with me. I know that there's an issue, obviously we live in London, but I feel like more could have been done, or more considerations could have been made, instead of shoving everything online and saying deal with it. So I think the attitude towards the pandemic was a bit it wasn't doing what it needed to do. The last thing I would say that I don't like about King's is the accommodation. Like the location, yeah, cool, good locations, decent locations. The affordability for what you're getting is great. Dover Street, for example, great location, mediocre, still expensive. Julian Markham, the come I'm living in right now, yeah, right now, the lift is broken more than it's fixed. It never works. The shower, hot water, who is she? I don't know who hot water is. Have a lot of technical difficulties, and instead of them to reduce the rent because of those technical difficulties, they still make us pay, and then they're just saying, oh yeah, we're gonna give you some vouchers, or just try to appease it. But no, I would like to take the lift instead of having to walk up the stairs. I don't think I'm asking too much. I think it's a reasonable request. Yeah, I think that the accommodations, they range from like 200 to 300 or so, even more pounds a week. And I feel like, especially because a lot of people this year got rejected for CAS, which does reduce the rent, I feel like they either need to actually overhaul and go and do lots of renovations over the summer, or just take the
price is way too high. You need to cut it down immediately now.
Is there anything else I hate about King? No, moving on. I'm gonna go into things that I like about King's. I wouldn't say love to all of them, but things that I just like, and I think these are good selling points for the university itself. One thing that I would say that I love about the uni, and unfortunately this isn't like gonna be something that everyone experiences, but I've met some amazing people at King's. I think the uni, in considering what type of uni, you know, it's a Russell Group university, and there tends to be an issue with diversity in Russell Group universities, but I definitely think this university is you meet lots of different types of people, and I've appreciated that over the past couple of years. Even in the Potiphar's wife, I've met some really lovely people that have been helpful and just kind, I guess. There's an issue apparently with London unis. I didn't think I was gonna meet as many great people as I did, but I did, so I'm pretty happy about it, and that's the one thing I love about my university. I think my favorite thing about King's is the cash dollars, the little bursaries. You know, there's many bursaries available. Actually, I think they have a whole selection just based on not only your household income, but also like academic excellence. If you want to start a business, or you want to start like a research project, there's so many. There's like an entire page that's just easy access, and if you are eligible, you can go for it. So I think that that's amazing, like the fact that they provide so much money to help students, and especially because living in London is so expensive, it really helps in those times where you're in a pickle, even if you're having financial hardship. And a lot of unis do actually have money available, but I think King's has a really nice selection. They're really nice. The bursaries, they're healthy. They're not little scanty, but they're healthy. So yeah, that's another thing that I love. Into meeting people again, there are so many societies. If you have an interest, they're gonna have a society for it. Like there's there's societies for different medical specialties. There's societies for law. There's even like Americans in London, different countries in London. What else do they have? They have Pokemon, they have anime societies, they have foodie societies where you just go out and try different foods. I want to try that really badly, actually. Like foodie society, you just go try new foods, socialize with people, have nice, healthy, scintillating conversation over a meal. What can beat that? A variety of societies. The variety of societies. Ooh, that sounds poetic. Yeah, that's really like a great selling point for the university. I love that. And it's also important to engage in societies because uni work can get so overwhelming. So it's nice to have a little like thing to get away, just kind of something different, something other, something relaxing. For medical school in particular, I'd say that I'm happy that my placements do start in second year. I feel like early clinical exposure is what helps you become a better clinical doctor in the end, and you know, that's kind of the point. I feel like starting a placement in third or fourth year, I don't want to say it's too late, but I want to say that I would have preferred to start it early. Like some unis even start in first year, and I think that that kind of really hones you into what you're supposed to be doing, as opposed to things being abstract, like why am I learning about DAG and IP3 and all these little niche details. It kind of makes everything make sense. And yeah, I think that's great about medical school. I think that's just amazing. Finally, something that I like about the university is the location. King's College London is King's College London, not outskirts of London, not kind of London, near London, heart of London. I'm talking South Central, Waterloo. You're right near London Eye or London Bridge or Strand, like Holborn, and there's lots of access to all areas of London. And I think it's amazing because over the time of your degree, when you go out with your friends, you can try new things, new restaurants, there's lots of shopping around, and it's just, I think going to uni and any London uni is just amazing. The city is so beautiful, especially at night, especially now that it's getting warmer. I think it's fabulous. I love it. So I definitely think that that's one of the major selling points. If you love exploring and finding new things, trying new foods, going to different parks, or like seeing greenery, anything like that, you would love going to unis in London. And if you liked any of the other selling points in this video, then you will love going to King's College London. Every uni has their ups and downs, but I do genuinely think that despite the uni being a bit problematic in terms of admin, in terms of attitude towards the pandemic, in terms of student mental health, providing a safety net, but the idea that they do provide finances and resources, and you have access to a vast library, there's pros and cons, and I've just given them here for you to weigh up and make a decision. That's all for me today. I really do hope that this video was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll share it with somebody that has a King's offer, so that they can decide whether they want to take this King's offer. Yeah, that's all from me today. I really hope that you will come in, watch another one. I'll leave another one somewhere. Yeah, and please subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. I'd love if you subscribe. More content coming out soon. All right, that's all from me. Bye guys.